Joe Biden. More like biding his time until the crypt keeper comes for him, am I right? Legend has it, if you say Joe Biden in front of the mirror 3 times, he appears behind you and sniffs your hair. Biden is currently backtracking on whether or not he'll be running for president in 2024. He'll be 82 when his first term is over, and if re-elected, he'll be 86 at the end of his second term, which is 1 year for every time Hunter Biden has been filmed without his pants on. In his recent 60 Minutes interview, aka his once every 6 months interview, he was asked if he was physically and mentally ready for the job. This was his answer.
Watch me. I mean, honest to God, that's all I think. Watch me. If you think I don't have the energy level or the mental acuity, then that's one thing. It's another thing of just watch and keep my schedule. It's a matter of, that old expression, the proof of the pudding's in the eating.
Well, Joe, we have watched you, and we think you should go back to Delaware and eat pudding till you die. How's that? Too honest? But will Joe actually run for re-election? Or should I say, shuffle for re-election? Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is Joe ages like a fine milk, past its expiration date. Trump, on the other hand, seems to have a superpower of looking better and more energized the older he gets. It's like he feeds off the energy of his base. He's the only president to not look dramatically older after he finished his term. Unlike Biden, who looks radically different in the course of just a few hours.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
We actually have a shot of what he'll look like at the end of his second term. Reason would say that the person who is one heartbeat away from the presidency would be the rational choice for the Democrats to choose as their new nominee. But imagining Kamala Harris as president is as delusional as thinking you'll be able to get ice cream from McDonald's after first shift goes home. It just ain't happening, sweetheart. Rumors have been rumbling that Patrick Bateman and Precious, aka soon-to-be Marvel character Captain Eats-A-Lot, are formulating a plan to run in 2024. Or maybe it'll be Steve Carell's stunt double from 40-Year-Old Virgin, who looks like the worst thing he's ever done is go onto the Disney Channel website without his parents' permission. But in reality, it's having tons of disgusting gay sex with his husband. Or maybe when Amy Klobuchar gets done screaming at her staff and eating salad with a comb, she'll get in the race too. Or my favorite RuPaul contestant, Michelle Obama. Americans love a good comeback story, though. The Democrats need a Rocky in their party. Maybe Al Franken. Or maybe somebody like Katie Hill. She wears her heart on her sleeve, assuming she ever wears any clothes at all. She'd be our first woman, first bisexual, and first clothing-optional president in American history. And no one ever tries to represent nudist communities, and I've been trying for years. That could be a key voting bloc that is yet to be tapped into. You know she'd get Hunter Biden's vote. I guess what I'm trying to say is the playing field is thin, about as thin as Joe's hair implants. And the race could be tight, about as tight as Nancy's face gets when she's surprised. The competition will be stiff, about as stiff as Hunter's. You know what? Let's not go there. Any way you slice it, the Democrats are in deep caca. They've taken the woke nonsense too far and they know it. But the problem is they have no reverse gear, just like my first car in high school. Thanks, Dad. They can't stop with the madness, and it's resulted in them being as uncoordinated and discombobulated as the left shark guy. Anybody? Tough crowd, I guess. That's for the one guy in the back of the room. The Dark Brandon meme didn't work out for him. Biden looked like he was giving the speech from the lowest circle of hell, but he had to because that was the only way John McCain could see the speech live. I remember when this was the pinnacle of bad optics, holding a Bible in front of a church. And then Biden said, "Hold my prune juice and watch this." It'll be interesting to see how a man that has a worse approval rating than herpes will fare in 2024 against some very strong competition. Even at the age of 76, Trump is still a trendsetter. Remember when Sean Hannity looked like this and not like this? It's like he worships Trump at the tanning bed altar. Does Biden have groupies like that? Didn't think so. The most action he gets is from his own granddaughter. Ew. On that note, I think I better end this before I end up in hell with John McCain myself. This was a lot of fun to make. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.